If you are in the middle of an IVF journey or preparing for an egg retrieval right now, this tapping meditation is going to help you calm your nervous system and soothe the anxiety, the stress, the fears that you might be feeling during this process. You might be noticing that some of these are coming in the form of racing thoughts, of worries about what could go wrong, what might not go right. There's also might just be physical symptoms that could even be simple effects of the hormones, where you might feel tension in your chest, you might feel flutteriness, jitteriness. What we're going to do here is going to work with all of that. And before we move into this process, I think I need to speak into something that's come up on my own IVF journey, which has been at times a fear that if I acknowledge the things that I'm afraid of, if I give any negative thoughts, beliefs, attention, that it's going to make them happen. So instead, I would just try to push these things away. Like, oh, I'm not going to worry that this doesn't work out. I'm just going to push that away. The reality is that we're not going to manifest something bad for us because we think a certain thought. And also, when we try to push these thoughts away, it doesn't work. It tends to actually give it even more power because it's like continues to really live there and be present there. Where if we bring it a little attention, and especially if we use the power of tapping, which I'll guide you in, we're able to actually process and move those thoughts, fears, beliefs out of our body. So that's what we're going to do. And before we jump into it, just want to say quick disclaimer that this is not medical advice. This is just designed to support you in your own well-being. If there's anything that you need to change here, including any phrases that I say, if there's something else that feels more true for you, go ahead and use those phrases for yourself. If you need to stop, stop. This practice is designed for you and to support you in this process. And how it's going to work is I'm going to be tapping on my body. You're going to tap on the same part of your body. I'm going to be saying phrases out loud. You can say them out loud, or you can repeat them, or whatever feels more true for you in your head. And if you make a little mistake, if I make a little mistake, doesn't matter. There's not actually a perfect way to do this. All right, so I invite you to get comfortable if you're not yet. If you need to pause this and settle into your space, go ahead and do that. You'll ideally be sitting up. And when you're ready, let's take a deep inhale together, filling up that lower belly. Sigh it out. And let's begin. We're going to start by tapping on this karate chop point. I've got some stress in my body right now. Repeat after me. I'm a little afraid. And there's some tension and some anxiety that I'm holding. And I fully and completely love and accept myself. I feel some tightness in my chest. I feel some tension in my jaw. I hear some worries in my head. I might even be afraid that if I worry, if I think these things, that they'll come true. And that's pretty scary. That's a lot of pressure and an already stressful process. And even with all of this being true, I fully and completely love and accept myself. We're going to do this one more time at this point. I feel some fear in my body. I've got some fear in my mind, I've got some tension. I have discomfort. I worry sometimes. And I fully and completely love and accept myself. Now we're going to tap on the inside of the eyebrow. I feel this anxiety or this stress in my chest. We're going to tap on the outside of the eyebrow. I feel some of it in my heart, under the eye. I might feel some tension in my belly, under the nose. I feel some tension in my shoulders, under the chin. And there's a whole lot more happening in my body right now. And I don't like all of it. We're going to tap on the collarbone. I feel a little afraid. We're going to tap under the arm. And I feel a little afraid to admit that I'm afraid. We're going to tap on the head. If I worry about this not working out, does that mean that it won't work out? Tap on the inside of the eye. Is what I believe going to result in what I get? The outside of the eye. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure, and there's already a lot of pressure on me right now. Under the eye. I've invested a lot in this process. Under the nose. And I want to believe that everything's going to work out. Under the chin. And I want to feel pretty good while I go through this. Under the collarbone. On the collarbone. I know that I'm lucky to be doing this. And yet, I still have these fears, this stress, this worry. Under the armpit. Sometimes I just feel like I just need a big, big sigh, but it doesn't always fix it. Top of the head. There's still this tension in my belly, inside of the eye. This tension in my shoulders, outside of the eye. This worry in my heart and this fear and this jitteriness underneath the eye. There's still this discomfort. It's here right now, underneath the nose. And maybe it's okay that I'm having some of these feelings. Under the chin. Maybe some of these physical sensations are actually signs that my body is changing and my body is doing what it needs to do. Collarbone. Maybe these worries are signs that I care so much about this. Maybe they're signs that I'm doing what I'm meant to do. Under the armpit. Maybe all of this is true, and yet I'm still uncomfortable, and I might not like it. Top of the head. Might be okay that I don't like it. Side of the eyebrow. I've gone through uncomfortable stuff before. Outside of the eye. I've gone through painful and difficult stuff before. And I've always come out on the other side. Under the eye. These feelings, they're not signs that anything is wrong. They're signs that I'm a human being. Under the nose. They're signs that I care, that I feel. And that's a beautiful thing. Under the chin. I'm hoping to create life that will also care and get to feel and experience various aspects of life. And that's a beautiful thing. And when I let myself feel these feelings, I might notice that things start to settle a little bit. Under the armpit. I might notice that some of this tension starts to release. Top of the head. I might notice that some of this jitteriness starts to calm down. Side of the eyebrow. I might notice that some of this stimulation, this hyper stimulation in my body starts to settle. Outside of the eye. I might notice that I can feel a little more at peace. Under the eye. There are a lot of unknowns right now, and maybe I can accept that that's part of the process. Under the nose. Maybe I can even find beauty in this experience that I'm having. Maybe I can appreciate the beauty of the full range of emotions and the life that I get to have and I hopefully get to cultivate. Under the chin. Maybe I can let go a little bit of my attachment to the outcomes. Maybe I can trust that things are going to work out exactly as they're meant to be. And maybe I can know that when I say that, I'm not hurting my chances. I'm helping myself to feel more at peace. I'm helping this process to go more smoothly and more easily. Under the arm. Take a sigh with me. I think I'm okay with letting myself feel and trusting in this process and in the way things are going to work out. We're going to finish on top of the head. I invite joy, peace, and calm into this journey. And allow myself to experience whatever it is that I feel. Knowing that no matter what, I fully and completely love and accept myself. invite you to bring one hand to your heart space, one hand to your belly, your lower belly, where all this stuff is happening right now inside of you. To take a deep in breath with me. Sighing that out, doing that a couple more times, letting any remaining tension that wants to leave your body, letting it leave your body. And checking in with your body and how you feel right now. Noticing if you feel a little more calm, a little more at peace. Knowing that you can return to this practice at any time. That you're on the right path. That you're a feeling human being. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I send my best wishes, my utmost love to you on your journey. May you be well.